Java.
You know what I was thinking of though? of Hannibal from the A-Team.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how many people will know who Hannibal from the A-Team is.
Always had a cigar in his mouth.
I love it when a plan comes together. I love that show. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Back to what we're supposed to be doing.
And that creepy ass minivan that you drove. How many kids believe in in the back?
It wasn't a minivan. It was a full-on van. You know what?
It was a van.
This is another review.
Get to the chopper.
This is another review. Actually, it's a versus video. Someone asked me to review or versus eye primers, different eye primers, and so I have Benefits Lemonade Color Correcting Eyelid Primer. I have Urban Decay's regular primer potion.
You all know that very well.
The genie bottle. And I do have a full size of this, but it's like over there, and this was easier to get to, but this is just a sample of the TooFaced Shadow Insurance. Those are the three that I have for primers. Let's see. My favorite is Urban Decay Primer Potion, even for the bottle, because I could just do like Pink was telling me. But it's not even what Pink was telling me. I was thinking about doing this before. The same way that you can take your lip gloss and kind of put it in heated water and it kind of settles, you can do the same thing with this. You just put it in a cup with heated water and all the product will go to the bottom, so you can, or you can scrape the sides or whatever. I am not cutting the bottle open. Too many people are, I don't know. I think it's like she says, there's some people that just depot everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to reviewing.
It's like a hobby.
We'll start with Benefits Lemonade. Now, yes, I keep like a lot of crap in boxes. Wait till I do like a makeup collection and you'll see. Why do I have this here? Why do I always end up with a red dot on my hand somehow? It's so weird. Benefits Lemonade is a creamy, really thick sort of primer, and it's yellow. The good thing about Lemonade is if you have dark eyes, I mean, if you see, just look back in any past videos where I'm not wearing makeup, you'll see that my eyelid looks like it constantly has eyeshadow on it. It has like a dark tint to it. It's like brown, like an orangey brown kind of color.
It's like an orangey brown tone to it naturally.
Right. So, and I also have like a freckle right here. Oh, by the way, look at my eyes. They came out like really freaking epic. I did a highlight like in the middle of the eye instead of like. So I think
we'll take some pictures and post them somewhere.
Yeah, and my eyelashes from the stiletto. I look crazy. So that is the Milani Runway eyes. I know I should have done a tutorial, but I wanted to practice this method because I've never done it where the white is in the middle like that. So I wanted to do it first, but I'll do it during the palette series. But that's my eyes. Anyways, if you look over here, see if you can even see it. I don't know if you can see it because I try and cover it, but there's like a little freckle right here, and I don't know why, actually I probably do know why, I just don't want to talk about it, but I have like, right where my eye line goes like this, there's like little dark corners, like they get a little dark just like the same color as my lid, and this will cover it. So if you have any kind of, anything on your eye, like any sort of pigmentation, right,
yeah,
or a freckle or something to that effect, this will neutralize it. It's kind of like concealer. It's exactly, you know, what it is. It's color correcting eyelid primer. So it will correct any lid problem that you have color wise. I guess if you have veins or a redness or anything like that, this will work. But I will say that this is kind of thick. You just put your finger in it and kind of warm it up, or you can apply it with like a, you know, like a concealer brush or something, but I would suggest something, you know what I do when I need to warm something up, but I'd rather use a brush than my fingers. Even when you wash your hands, I mean, you still, you know, putting bacteria into it, if you're a real freak about that, is take a blow dryer and just put the blow dryer to it and it'll warm it up, and then, you know, you could take the brush in it and put it on.
Tricks of the trade.
That's what it's just what I thought of, but to me, this makes it a little harder to blend because it's so thick. Even when you put it on lightly, it's a cream. It just like sticks really, really well. I don't know. I find it a little harder to blend than with the other primers. Than, you know, but it works. And it, like I said, it covers that. So when I want to like really cover, like if you're really trying to make a color come out, I mean, you know, it might look differently because your lid is a certain color or it has a redness, and this will definitely help that. The good old Urban Decay Primer Potion comes with a doe foot applicator. This is like a lotion, and it has a tint to it, but to me it doesn't, I mean, it slightly takes away the redness or like the brownishness of my lid, but it doesn't do, of course, like the lemonade. Now, this stuff dries faster to me than TooFaced Shadow Insurance, and it glides on easier. To me, it's just better if you have oily lids. I suggest this for oily lids because my lids are usually oily. They're not as oily as they were before, but as the summer comes along, it'll get worse.
Yeah.
So this stuff is a little, like, it's not as oily to me as the TooFaced Shadow Insurance. Not that there's oil in it, it's just, like, more lotiony. That one's, like, more lotiony, I guess. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just more, I'm trying to think of a word to even describe it. Just wetter. That's it. I'm just going to go with that. It's just more wet than this is. And this dries faster, because if you try and put on your makeup before, you know, this stuff dries, it just becomes a mess.
And then you have an oily lid on top of it, it takes even longer, and then you're sitting there for a half hour waiting for it to dry.
And then this is just easy, because you just go like this and put it across and then take your finger, so there's no contamination problem there.
You know, I never know they call that a doe foot applicator.
Doe foot, yeah. If you ever look at Bambi's foot,
yeah,
it's like that.
I couldn't think of a better name for it, but like I didn't know they actually.
Yeah, it's the same thing like with lip glosses. Okay, now a lot of people like TooFaced Shadow Insurance. It is definitely like a better packaging deal than Urban Decay because it squeezes out. You know, it has a little thing, it squeezes out. The only thing I would say that's better of all three of the lemonade is you know when you're done with it. Urban Decay Primer Potion, the bottle's solid. You can't, looking at the time, you can't tell when you're done. You can't tell when you're done with this. But I also hear that if you squeeze the package and then close it, you're getting all the air out, so it's just much better with bacteria. Now, if you have dry lids, this is great because it's really wet, so it slides on, but it takes for me, it takes longer to dry because my lids are oily, but I'm sure someone who's has dry lids, this would be perfect for. So all of them do exactly what they say. Also, this is also tinted, but this I think has more tint than the other one. But I don't think any of them do color correcting the way that the lemonade does, obviously. I think they all work. They're all good. It just depends on your eyelids. It depends on what you prefer. And, I mean, I use the lemonade and I use the Urban Decay. I use those two, but I really don't care for the TooFaced Shadow Insurance. But that's because of my lids. So I would definitely try, you know, like try each one. I mean, try and get a sample or something.
Yeah, try to get a sample.
I don't know how, you know, Michelle said she had dry lids. I don't know how this really worked well. It's a cream, I mean, this gets really dry to me. It's really dry. The lemonade is dry. So, I mean, if you have dry lids, definitely go with TooFaced Shadow Insurance. If you have oilier lids, go with Urban Decay Primer Potion. If you're trying to fix a color problem that's on your lids and you have oily lids, I'd say that this is probably, the lemonade is probably the best, and it comes with a lot. It has 2.7 grams or 0.09 ounces. I mean, it takes you forever to go through this. I mean, I've used it a bunch of times and there's not even a dip in it. So, and like I said, you can tell when this is going to be done, when it's
reaches the bottom.
When it reaches the bottom. It's like a pan, just like an eyeshadow, you know when it's done. So those are the pros, the cons, the differences. So I hope this helped you make a decision. I will put whoever requested it, I mean, they requested it just this morning and I really should have looked. But I will put their name in the sidebar, and I hope that this helps them out.
That has been a dark analysis.
This has been the dark analysis.
This has been a dark analysis.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun dun dun.
We'll see you guys later.
Okay. I did.
Get to the job.